What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hojo Show with your boy Howard. What's going on, y'all? Listen, if I'm being honest with y'all, I told myself I low key I didn't want to do this video tonight. I didn't. I watched Housewives, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I guess this is my cancer side. My emotions has been all over the place, a lot, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Um, it just has. I'm not even gonna lie. I said I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but forget it. But oh well, here we is. All right, so kick back whenever y'all get to watch this, and we just gonna go and get into it. All right. And so listen, if you new here, pick up your shoes to get comfortable because we family. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. And without further ado, y'all ready? Let's get it!
It's all good, it's all good. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase.
Alright, Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 6. I'm gonna be all over the place with the review. As per usual, I'm not going through no damn bulletin. Few things I want to make clear here. I'm typically one of those people that can sit. I can kind of like assess a situation. I'm one of those people that's like a really deep thinker. I'm like a really deep thinker, and I'm also one of those people that the older I get, I try to make sure that I am extremely observant, and I'm also one of those people that likes to be patient before I just give an assessment. I kind of like to sit with things. That's not something that I have always done, if I'm being honest with you. And I feel like because I didn't do that a lot when I was younger, it lets me making a lot of bad decisions, whether it be going off to deep end, a spazzing out, tripping, you know what I'm saying? So the older I've gotten, I have become one of those people that are, I'm really self-aware. And so I know that I can be one of those people that I can just react in the moment. You know what I'm saying? If my emotions is too high, I can just react. And so, I'm almost 40 years old. So I am one of those people that in this day and time, I like to sit with things and really process it before I just make a judgment or an assessment. And I'm gonna be honest. This situation with Britt and Kenya, it has been a lot, right? But I ain't gonna lie, I gotta be real. Since seeing Shamia and Kelly say some weeks back that they're one of their least favorite cast members is Britt, I have been on like kind of like I really actually like Britt, but I've also been kind of like on the end of my seat, kind of like waiting to see why they saying this. I'm like, she must gonna do something that's gonna really rub some people wrong, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I've been kind of like on the edge of my seat, like waiting for it, and I guess that's not right? Because I do like Britt, you know what I'm saying? But I'm honest enough to admit, like when she did the shit that she did with Kenya in the beginning at that dinner, I was saying to myself like, oh, she wanted him. Oh, you crazy? Like something wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? That was my first thing. Like, girl, you doing too much. Something wrong with you. But then when she came back last week's episode, when Kenya did all of that nonsense, as mean as people feel like cancers is, and I know that I can come off mean, especially to somebody I don't fool with, don't want to fool with, want them to know I don't want to fool with them. I can be extremely mean, like hands down. I know it, but it's some things that can get me where you can tug on my heartstrings. It's some things. I love when people can take accountability. Am I big on apologies? Absolutely not. Like you can never just win me over with an apology. Not ever gonna be able to happen. I'm not one of those people at all. I mean at all. Apology don't mean a goddamn thing to me. You telling me you apologize, that goes, when I tell you, it goes absolutely nowhere with me. I pay attention to your actions after the apology, right? Because like I say it all the time, anybody that is always around me or talks to me a lot will tell you, because I say this a whole lot, but apology without change is manipulation. So if you are one of those people that apologize and I still see the same behavior, you trying to manipulate me. Or if I see you do it with other people, oh, you one of them. Don't even try that. Right? So apologies are nothing to me. But accountability and remorse, if I can see your heart, you got my attention. You know what I'm saying? And so watching last week's episode, it was just like I seen Brit's heart. You know what I'm saying? As much as she rubbed me wrong when the way she came at Kenya, the fact that it was almost like she was like a little young girl. Like she was so nervous. She realized she did too much. And she was just so accountable. She was just extra accountable about her actions, and she made no excuses. She was accountable. She was extremely remorseful, and she just was like, she wanted to do whatever she could to make the situation right. And that touched me. You know what I'm saying? I could see her heart. I'm like, oh, bless her heart. This is her first season. So she probably she panicked. And then I started thinking to myself, like, I'm remembering her talking to her husband, like earlier in the season about, they was jokingly saying something about, like her drinking too much, how she can get when she drinks. So I was kind of making a mental note from then to like, oh, okay. Could this be a situation where the husband was saying, like, how she can get a little extra if she drink too much. So I felt her though. Like I felt that she was genuinely sorry. She really was accountable, and she really wanted to make the situation right. You know what I'm saying? And that touched me, and I felt like Kenya wasn't going to receive it, of course, but I still felt like it's the fact that she was willing to go above and beyond and do whatever she could do to right the wrong, and she bowed out gracefully even after Kenya didn't take the flowers. Right? All of that touched me. Okay, I felt that. And so then with this episode, the way the episode starts off, with her and her husband, and she's just basically showing him, the BS that's online, what's going on. And she's kind of like processing everything. I think that, I already felt like, like it was really messed up what happened to her, right? So watching her in that moment, like taking all of this in, what's being done to her. What I have to say that I love is the fact that she can own her shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she can, and I'm not saying I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. I'm just saying in the moment I'm speaking about. I love the fact that Brit can own her shit, and I like the fact that she make no apologies about them or no excuses for them. She can own her shit. And she said in her confessionals, listen, I have made 2 mistakes. I've done 2 things that I'm not basically so proud of. I'm paraphrasing, right? And she states that she, let her boyfriend, when she was a teenager, record her giving him fellatio. And she also stated that at one point she did try webcam. She owned it. She didn't make no excuses. She straight up owned it. She also made valid points. Listen, we've all done things when we were teenagers and we were younger that we are not proud of. Still to this day, we all have. That's the truth. So I think that she deserves grace there. That's just me being honest. I just think she deserves grace. She's human, right? She's accountable. It's just the way she owns her shit. I love somebody that can own their shit and don't try to make excuses, but just own it. She's owning it, right? But I love the fact that her husband, is weird as he kind of seems sometimes, I love the fact that he's there supporting her through this. I like that. Um, Kelly, I was not too much feeling Kelly in the beginning of the season, but Kelly is growing to be a favorite of mine. I'm honest. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I love the fact that Kelly, she can be a little catty, but her heart is always in the right place. You know what I'm saying? Like she loves on her friends, and I know that her and Drew are gonna fall out. I mean, her and Britt gonna fall out. But I love the fact that Kelly, she loves on her friends, and even when you're going through something, she tries to encourage you. I love that about Kelly. I love how she brought food for Britt, and she had the doctor to come with the IVs and all that to give her the nutrients and bring her spirits up. I love all of that. Um, I love it. I love it. I love it. I can tell that Kelly is one of those people that rides for her friends. Kelly was the first one out that goddamn dough when Kenya was doing that bullshit. And I love the fact that yeah, me and you were good. You know what I'm saying? Like she did not have the same experience that Britt had with Kenya. And she's continuously said that in front of Britt, not in front of Britt in the confessionals. She loves Kenya. Like her experience with Kenya was just so great. But make no error, she is not fooling with none of that shit that Kenya did. And it's like not acceptable with her at all. Um, I love that. I love that. You can tell that Britt is not Britt, but Kelly is one of those girls that's like she stand on morals, principles, and values, and it's like I don't give a damn how cool me and your vibe was to see that you got the ability to move that foul to do something like that. Oh no, you ain't even nobody I can ever want to fool with like that. Like it's just on Kelly. She is. She's in that race with me as a favorite of mine. I love that. I do. Fast forward, Shamia and this situation with Porsha. Shamia, what's her name? What's the old girl name? With the nose that they be talking about? Angela and Drew at the studio. I feel like if I'm being honest, I think that Drew has a pretty voice. I think Shamia has a pretty voice. I don't think now one of their careers are going to go like far. Not trying to say it like in a hating, because I think they both have pretty voices. Pretty, right? Like I don't think they don't have their voices are not like unique. Their voices they don't give me like a wow factor. They don't gag us. You know what I'm saying? I think that their voices are just pretty. Pretty as in like, come sing happy birthday. Pretty as in like, such and such died and we had booked what's her name to come and sing at the funeral, but she can't make it. Can you fill in and sing Amazing Grace or something? Like pretty, like that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a talent show at the house. Come on, sing, because we know you know how to sing. Pretty. That's what I mean when I say pretty. It's just nothing unique about their voices to me. It's nothing about their voices that make me be like, oh, turn that on, let me hear it. You know what I'm saying? After I hear like of course, I like Shamia, so I want to support her. So I listen to her stuff. I listen to Drew stuff. But after I listen to their songs, I don't save them in my library, in my Apple Music. I don't save them. It's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. And I like R&B, and both of them giving R&B, but I just don't think that's just me, my opinion. But I'm just one person. Listen, God could say otherwise, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. That's just something I feel for some reason when it comes to them and their voices. Let me say something about Angela that I do like. Something that I've observed about Angela that I like. I'm not even gonna say I like. I'm gonna say I love. Let me take that back. Let me say something that I love about Angela. And I noticed, I'm one of those people that I will sit back, I observe before I can give my assessment, okay? Angela, And I say I do that also because I want to make sure to see if this is if this is something that's actually within you, or if it's just something you putting on for the show. You know what I'm saying? If it's just like some fake shit. But I recognize that Angela is one of those people that she acknowledges. Did I say that right, bitch? Acknowledges. She knows how to acknowledge someone else's hurt, someone else's pain, someone else's discomfort. She acknowledges, and it's a pattern I've noticed about her that I love. If nobody else is going to acknowledge someone else that's went through something, or they felt offended by something, she acknowledges it and she lets them know that she's sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that about Angela. Angela, I can see her heart in that, like, really, really good. And I love that about Angela. And she did that with Shamia, in reference to how Porsha responded to Shamia's song, when she kept saying she thought it was Drew. I will forever think that that's shady. There's no excuse, no way around that. It's shady. Porsha, you really just have not really made a good impression. For this to be your comeback season, that shit to me is going for it. It's no way around that. That's foul as hell. I don't like it. It's nasty. It ain't no excuse for it. It just ain't. But I love that about Angela. Okay, now I'm gonna fast forward and we're gonna go to this little sit down they had at Shamia's house. When Angela asked Porsha, did she feel like she was getting the support that she needed at the time while she was going through this divorce right now with Simon? And I'm not really mentioning Drew when they was talking to Drew about her situation, because Drew just a little boring to me, okay? And her situation with it's a snooze fest for me, okay? Porsha and this situation with Simon, when she's talking about how Pilar was asking about Simon, and she reached out to him and texted him, and he basically served her dust. What Porsha said Simon did to her when she messaged him about Pilar and how he ignored her, that is the true definition of when the phrase that my community made, paying somebody dust. What Simon did to her when she said he had his red receipts on and he read it and didn't respond, that is a perfect, clear example of paying somebody dust, okay? Like, if y'all want to know the true definition, because Kenya got it all wrong, that is what you call paying somebody dust. And be very clear, I don't feel sorry for Porsha. Not even in the least bit. I don't feel sorry for Porsha. I don't give a damn, because the thing about that is you put yourself and your child in that situation. Cry me a river, Porsha. You knew what you were doing when you got yourself in that situation. The reason why you said that you wouldn't go back if he did decide to come back around and say, let's make this right, when what's her name asked you, when Angela asked you that, is because now you know, because you've actually sat with him and you realize the grass ain't as green as you thought it was when you walked up in that house with Fannin, whatever her name is, and met that man and swam in her pool. See, you was just going by what you was seeing. You know, you was judging that book without reading it, right? But you got to sit with him and read through some chapters in that goddamn book, and you realize this ain't the book you want. This fiction. You like to deal with true stories, okay? You realize that it wasn't what you thought it was gonna be. That's why you won't go back, and that's why I don't feel sorry for you, because what you did, the move you made from jump, was low down and dirty. I don't give a damn if you say y'all were not friends like that. You was in her house, in her pool, when she was married to that man. I don't care. It was foul. I do not feel sorry for you at all. I mean, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for nobody. You, Miss Diana, nobody. When it comes to however this situation go with you and Simon, because Porsha, you did that. And you need to lay in that bed and own that. That's the beginning and end of that. I don't give a damn if he left you on red. That's your bed that you made. Lay in that shit with your crocodile tears. Lay right in it. Cry me a river. Next, I do not feel sorry for Porsha ass. Cancer or not, baby. I ain't one of them people that's just gonna ride with cancer through the bullshit. I don't feel sorry. That's foul, low down, tired, baby. You deserve all that. So now we're gonna, I guess, fast forward to that little, I guess, lunch, whatever that was that they had outside, that Kelly had with them for them outside. See, it's really this scene is what has still, I ain't gonna lie, it still got me like, I call my mom, I'm like, I don't never be stuck like this. Now I'm confused. Like, so here's my thing. That little sit down was for Britt. Again, I love the fact that Kelly did that for Britt. She wanted to acknowledge and give space for her, because of what she had been going through. And I feel like I watched Angela come up out of there on episode 5, and like I say, she acknowledges, like, when you hurt, when something is done and it's not right. And she was saying, like, my heart is just, goes out to Britt, you know what I'm saying? And when she came to this picnic, sit down or whatever, I'm watching her and Drew. And when I see that Kelly said that some of the other ladies had spoke to Kenya already, I guess like talking to Kenya, it's weird to me, not that they talked to Kenya, because this is my thing. They got every right to. Like, so I want to make that very clear. I'm not one of those people that feel like they ain't got no right to talk to Kenya, because, listen, anybody else friends with Kenya and want to check on her, like, they got every right to if they consider her friend or friendly, you know what I'm saying, and they like her vibe, like, even if Kelly would have decided to. But I vibe with Kelly a whole lot because I'm one of those people that I can't rock certain stuff. I can't rock with you. I got to stay away from you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm okay with it. But I would have thought that, knowing that Angela and Drew spoke with Kenya, I would have thought that they would have also had been checking on Britt. Well, let me say, I ain't gonna say I expected it out of Drew. You know why? Because Drew is a follower. I ain't gonna say I expected it out of Drew, because she's a follower. And Drew set her ass up in there with Kenya, that girl, Akila, whatever, Aoki, and the rest of them nothing assholes, that them followers of Kenya. So I'm not surprised that with Drew. Let me say that. I ain't surprised. I'm surprised with Angela because of her position when she came out. So I would have thought that Angela would have definitely reached out and checked on Britt. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm okay if she checked on Kenya or whatever, but I would have definitely thought that she would have checked on Britt. So it made me look at Angela a little questionable, and I'm still looking at Angela questionable right now. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Because when Britt goes to say that she lost her license, Angela immediately went in. What it appeared to be, it was like she immediately went in to clock her for lying, right? But Britt's energy, which I see a lot of people online addressing and talking about, Britt energy was on 10 with Angela immediately. Me taking a step back and observing the situation, like I said, I am looking at Angela questionable, because the way your position was when you left up out of there, I'm just confused. So if I'm confused, I can understand why Britt would probably be confused and pissed at the same time, because if it was me in that position, I would not only be confused, but I would also be pissed, because to me it would feel like, oh, she chose a side. If I ain't heard from her and she ain't checked on me, but she been checking on, she done picked a side already. That's the way I would take it. And so me being honest with y'all, if I was Britt in the same situation, I would honestly feel like Angela has picked a side. So when the way Angela just directly shot at her, like, for what? Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. I understand Britt's energy. And what's crazy is watching the sneak peeks. I was thinking on the cool, like I told you, I've been sitting on the edge waiting on Brit to do something. I'm like, when's she gonna kind of piss me off for me to see what they talking about? So I was thinking this was gonna be the moment, to be honest. But I guess that's why I'm like feeling like this too, because it wasn't. It wasn't. I actually felt Brit. And then listen, when her and Brit was going at it, and Brit telling her, read the room, you need to read the room. And she was like, Brit, see, you not, Angela's telling her, you're not, I guess I'm paraphrasing, she was telling her basically, you not owning the fact of why we are here, how we got here. I call bullshit on that, because how you gonna say that when this girl went on the whole apology tour on episode 5? She went on an apology tour. The girl was damn near every scene she was in, she was apologizing and crying or remorseful. So how is she not addressing that? How did she not address it? How did she not own it? I don't get it. Are you asking her to repeat it, to own it again in that moment? Like what else do you want from her, Angela? That's weird to me. That's weird to me. You weird. You done sat with the girl and watched her apologize and stuff. That's weird to me. What else you want from her? Okay, that's one, right? So then when her and Britt are having words, and Britt kind of throw her hand up like that, she said, "Where your band at?" See, y'all be just on here already picked. Y'all already be done picked a side. So that's why it's easy for y'all to be ready to argue and side with, because y'all got y'all face. And I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly don't got no fave on this show right now. Going in, Porsha was gonna be my fave, if I'm being honest. That was gonna be. I was, because I fuck with P Willie, but Porsha is definitely not my goddamn favorite. Okay, so I ain't got no favorites. All right, I don't have no favorites. I don't. I don't have no favorites. So I'm neutral in the situation, and I'm actually trying to observe and really peep, everybody for who they are. And Kelly is in the race to be my favorite. Like I said, she is. I like Brit. I do. She's jazzy. I like her style. Like, she flies. I like Brit. But not to say like she's a fave. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching, because I like Angela too. It's weird though, because why would you say that? Why would you say that, Angela, when you where your band at? Why would you shoot at her band? That's the same thing Kenya did. It's the same thing Kenya did. Why? Why? And y'all know I watch Funky Dineva. That's my favorite YouTube. But we gonna be honest, like Funky Dineva said, no matter how you slice it, Kenya came through the door picking at Brit. And like Funky Dineva said, you don't know me. You just meet me. And the first thing you doing when you are first meeting me is shooting shady at me about my wedding ring. Like Funky Dineva said, it's shady. It's shady. It's weird. It's very weird. And it will make any of us, be on alert and pause and be like, what's up with that hoe? Well, you know what I'm saying? It will make any of us be like that. Meeting somebody and they coming at you. Any of us will be the same way. And I feel like anybody that says otherwise a goddamn lie. Anybody will be the same way. Like Funky Dineva said, we've all been in situations. I have definitely been in situations like that, especially in prison with them damn prison folks from our community. I have definitely been in situations like that where a hoe meet me because they done heard, about Dior and feel away, and I don't know why they feel away, but they, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, what is coming from? What? Oh, okay, I mean, this hoe gonna have some problems. You know what I'm saying? It's shady. Why would Angela shoot at her? Why? That's the same thing Kenya did. All this is stemming. I'm telling y'all, all this is stemming from this. All of this at the end of the day stems from Ming Lee put the key in Kenya back. She did, because she don't like Brit. She allegedly, and I'm gonna say allegedly, but that's T. We had already got. That was the key that started this entire ignition. That was the key. Those are people you got to really stay away from. You really, really do. But back on topic. Angela, the energy is very weird, and I don't know if maybe it's because maybe Angela just was like, well, okay, was she on 10? She coming to me? Let's go. I don't know, but it just seems like this stuff you was prepared with. The energy just seemed like you've been kicking with Kenya, and I don't know, some seem off with that Angela. So I understand Brit's position, and I will say that I noticed because Brit went from like everything went out the door. It's like once she seen a position, she got on that tick tick boom time, and I can tell she one of those girls that get triggered, and she can go way out to she can go way out. I'm clocking that. I'm clocking that her temper she can go there. And I can tell that after she was going at it with Angela got up and moved over to the other side of the table. And then Drew started being catty, being like, oh, this team like Drew was just really, Drew was really showing that she was team twirl, which you done kissed her ass so much, baby, keep kissing you. Go ahead. But once Britt looked at Drew and started giving her that attitude too, Drew piped that shit down and was like, wait. First of all, let me say, I do think she went too far. And I can appreciate that, Drew, for acknowledging that, even though that's your friend. I can appreciate that. What I can't appreciate is when Drew said something about, I hope that y'all can get together and both sit and admit y'all wrongs. And Britt was right on time when she said, I admit I don't know what else y'all want from that girl. If you are still upset with Britt and feel like she owes Kenya anything else, then stop lying and making it seem as if that's what it's about, and be honest and say it's deeply rooted. Something else is there that you just don't. She's just one of them pretty girls you just don't like. Just say that, because a lot of what's going on online right now, what I'm seeing, it's really fucking disheartening, and it's disgusting to me, because it almost made me feel like we ain't watching the same show, because what Kenya did, make no error, was low down. Regardless of what Britt said, it was low. It doesn't even have the same weight. It doesn't. Her throwing in the air and saying she got pistols and whips and all of that, and saying it, she was saying it to Kelly. So that's what's even more crazy. That, like, if you go back and watch, the more you go back and watch the scene, she was saying it to Kelly. Kenya is over there. So you like, it's like so many people want that to be a threat. Unfortunately, that's like, baby, it's not streets. And it's like, y'all want that to be streets. And what's so crazy about it is, Kenya wouldn't even allow none of y'all to put her in the same category as a street bitch. That's what's crazy about this. But y'all want the rules that apply in the streets to apply with Bravo in this whole situation. It's not gonna work, baby, because they not fit to lose no money like that and get sued by Britt and lose just because some words that she never directed when it's in black and white. They gotta, at the end of the day, y'all, they gotta follow legalities. They have to. Because Britt can get a whole lot of money if they decided to smoke her and fire her. She can get away with a lot of money. She could. Like, that could be an easy win on her. I'm sorry, y'all. It just is what it is. Kenya was wrong. What Kenya did was low, sick. Sick. Really sick. Twisted. Sick. And in return, God took care of her. She did that. But if I'm being honest, like I said, I'm confusion because I'm confused with Angela's position, her responses. I'm gonna tell y'all what a lot of what a lot of this is coming from. And I'm one of those like I've always hung with a lot of like pretty girls and stuff in school, in middle school, high school. Even I have always had really pretty girlfriends, homegirls, right? And I'm able to clock easily that level of hate and jealousy that come from a lot of females, girls that you could tell that had it like them, the girls that just be like them it girls. And whether you like it or not, with her Botox or not, you can't, whether Brit make me mad a couple of weeks down the line, or what, you cannot deny she a fly ass bitch. That's a fly, jazzy ass hoe. I don't care what you if you say she not, you a hater. That's a fly, jazzy hoe. If you say she not, you a hater. Hands down, you a hater. I'm talking about you. That's a jazzy, fly hoe. That whole hair be laid. That whole hair be, that whole titties be sitting so right. I don't know who her stylist is, but the whole looks be that's a say whatever you want, Botox, say whatever you can't deny it. You can't deny it. And I'm able to identify, and it's easy to clock because I've had pretty homegirls, especially pretty homegirls that ain't even cocky with it. They just like naturally pretty and they don't even be popping it. But hoes just be like dry coming for them and just being on some, oh, I don't like her. Yeah, that's your friend. I don't like her. And you be like, why? What she do to you? She thinks she better than everybody because she, it's just, I've been around it all my life. I've been around it middle school, high school. Like, I've been around it all my life. I have. I'm telling you, I have. So it's so easy for me to clock because I've been around it so much. And that's what a lot of the shit in these comments on this shit is given, because even on like the girl on Watch What Happens Live, like every interview she's done, she's questioned about it. She's apologized. She's made no excuse. She's made it clear it should have never happened. I should have never said that. I was wrong. She is holding herself accountable. She has not missed a beat. Kenya ain't held herself accountable yet. She went on Tamron Hall, set her ass up there and lied and said that she set up there and said that she had some people that helped her. Then she turned around and told us on the show and told me she had some private investigators. But you said on Tamron Hall and said something different. You said that you were accountable for your actions and you're sorry, but you ain't even apologized to her. Whether you like it or not, you owe that lady an apology. You owed her that, Kenya. You owed her that. You still owe her that. As a woman, you owe her that. That's outside of all of y'all that's talking y'all shit about calling that threat stuff. As a woman, as a black woman, as a mother yourself, you owe her a damn apology. You owe her that. The reason why you won't give that lady an apology, you know why? It's because you have never had a mother to love you, to care for you, to respect you, to show you what loving on other women looks like. So it's hard as a motherfucker for you to love any other woman or give a damn about any other woman in that aspect, let alone apologize to another woman for being extremely nasty and hurtful to them. I don't give a damn how you slice it. Nothing about what Kenya did is right, can be validated. There is no excuse. If you are a woman, if you are a mother, and you have the audacity to excuse and applaud that, baby, you need to go sit with a therapist. That's just being honest. I don't give a damn how you feel about it. You can argue with whoever you want to. Go see a goddamn therapist. I told my mama this after a couple of years ago with a friend group that I cut completely off. I told it to my mom. I said, you know what? I realized that I have to stop opening up and allowing friendships with people that don't have relationships with their mothers, or they have very bad relationship with their mothers. And it's not saying like on some judgment, but I have to do it for myself, because what I've learned from every relationship that I've had with friends that have had really bad relationship with their mothers, like Kenya, whether they cut them off, they were toxic, they don't talk to them. I had somebody tell me, I don't fuck that bitch. I don't know nothing like about that. I don't know that type of love or relationship, right? What I noticed about those relationships, those people, everything that they told me about their mama, that they told me about their mama and why they don't fool with their mamas, they carry that same stuff over into all of their other relationships. And I end up seeing them do that same shit with me. The same shit. And it always, it makes sense after the fact. But I told my mom a couple of years ago, I said, I'm not doing that no more. If I cool with somebody and you tell me you and your mama don't got a good relationships and you go talking crazy, oh yeah, no, I can't really fool with you like that, because there's a lot that's not healed there. And I don't have space for that. I don't, not that type of nastiness. I just don't. My mama loves me. You know, like my mom and my dad have been married since 1990. That's all I know, right? And my mama is loving. She gonna hug you. She gonna love you. She gonna feed you. That's just how she is. That's all I know. And so I do not know how to do nobody dirty like that. I do not know how to do. I don't. And anytime somebody did some really dirty stuff to me, that's really, really let on to me, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not saying it's right. All I've known how to do is want to really beat your ass. Like that's because I can't stoop. I can't stoop to your level and do what you did to me. I can't do that to you. I can't do that. I don't got that in me. But I'll try to run into your ass. Like that's just being honest. I ain't saying that none of that was right. But I'm gonna try to hurt you. That's the way I used to respond to stuff like that. You know. And so I just feel like seeing, you know, like with this stuff, watching this episode, and this got lengthy. I want this just to be 30 minutes, but I'm talking to y'all, so you know my real ones, hold up mafia, y'all gonna ride with me. But just seeing, you know, this black woman in the moment dealing with all of this stuff, and then seeing how the internet is just really turning on her and just dragging her for what? Why y'all still dragging her? And it's like y'all dragging her. This was crazy. Y'all dragging her in on these clips where she's crying and she's expressing, you know, like what this is doing to her brand, what it's affecting. And I guess people are saying like, you talking about you got pistols and all of that. I don't want to hear you was tough enough to say that. I don't want to hear. Listen, we human. Like y'all ain't never been getting into it with somebody and y'all talk big shit when y'all you like. It's just she was talking shit. She was talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't actually look her in the eyes and threaten her. She was just talking shit. You know, does that mean she still deserved what Kenya did to her? If you feel like she did, bitch, I stay the hell away from you. That's some scary shit. I ain't lying. Check your heart. I'm just being honest. Check your heart. A lot of y'all, I don't give a damn. Check your heart. Something wrong. Something is wrong. I don't give a damn if it's my worst enemy, bro. I cannot sit and witness something like that and feel I can't. I can't witness something like that. I can't. I can't, because I feel like black women are ridiculed and tore down, and black women are dragged so much by men. So I can't watch nothing like that and be like, yeah, that's what you get. And y'all know I can't. It didn't got to the point with Tamar. Y'all know I drag her, but I couldn't watch nothing like that be done to Tamar. I can't, y'all. I can't. I have a mom. I have sisters. I pray. I don't want to see that happen. I don't, child. I can't, because I don't know. I don't know. And it's me being honest. I'm unpredictable, and when it comes to something like that, I don't know how I would react. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's crazy about all of this is Kenya should be really God, he blessed her by removing her. She gotta really be thanking God because he protecting her because baby, you gonna mess around and be done that to somebody that's really, really like that and got some really hood sisters and family members, and that could end really, really bad for you. That could, I mean, really, 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 really bad. And y'all want this to be street politics so bad until that lady is laying somewhere stanking off of doing like it's. You cannot play with people like that for TV or like you can't do that. You can't. And if you are one of those people, like I'm just being so honest with y'all. I know we talk shit and have fun on here, but I'm just being so honest with y'all. Baby, please do not be out here supporting y'all friends or people that do low down, dirty, sick stuff like that. I'm telling you because that says a lot about your character and your way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? And just think about it, child. Like for women that are single and you looking for, like you want a good man, you want you a good husband. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it because I was telling it to my mama like that's why Kenya don't have a man. That's why she can't get a good man. Y'all, as beautiful as them girls be, you think a man with standards and morals and principles and stand on values and want a good woman see Kenya and might think she's beautiful, but his homeboy's gonna say, "Hey, you might want to watch her. That's that girl that did that stuff to old girl. That what good, real good? Use y'all brains. What real good man gonna want a woman like that? Then ask yourself, if you on a date with a man and you single and y'all decide to go back to the house and y'all watching the Real Housewives together and you want him to sit and watch the show and y'all watching and you sitting saying, that's what she get. Yeah, Kenya, that's what she get. At the end of the day, I'm a part of my community, but I'm still a man. I know how we think. You really think a man that want a good woman to birth his child and grow with, you think a man sitting with you watching you respond like that to some shit like that, you think a good man, you think he gonna be looking at you and still wanna move forward with you? If you thinking a man ain't side eyeing you and holding them up as red flags, you crazy. You crazy. That I'm just being honest with y'all because I know I got most of my supporters of women. I'm being honest with y'all, baby, especially my girlies that's single. Don't ever be doing and online. Do not. That be stupid stuff and stupid moves that y'all be the made, and then a nigga ghost y'all and you don't even know why. But it be like little stuff like that. A turn off, baby. That's a turn off. You know what I'm saying? You want to show that you care, that you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they don't give a damn about black women. So at least show that you do give a damn about black women. Women, you know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm still a little confused, and it's got me. I gotta wait till my mama. I talk to my mama tomorrow because she hadn't got to finish watching the whole show, but I gotta wait till I talk to her tomorrow because we really spend hours after when it comes to these housewives talking. So I want to see what she kind of got from it. You know what I'm saying? And then try to process that. But I don't really get why this girl is getting a whole lot of hate. I mean, I get why people probably like, her attitude, see, she went off, but I get why she went off like that. I do, because I don't understand Angela's position, but I feel like it's gonna be more to this story, y'all, with Angela and her. It's weird, but I don't know. I like Angela, but I want to know why. I want to know why did she not check on Brit, and why was she, I don't know, coming so hard like that? If Brit lied about her insurance, losing her license, I think she did say she lost her license, but then she came back and said that it's under investigation. I don't know. It's just this. I still feel like at the end of the day, Kenya was dead ass wrong, and Kenya, like, I don't have no remorse for Kenya. Do I feel sorry for Brooke? Absolutely, because she didn't ask to be here, and her mother's decisions are affecting her. And I guess I should say that about poor Pilar with Porsha. So let me take that back, because that could be a little mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to say, I don't give a damn about Pilar. I don't give a damn about Simon not responding to Porsha and reading that text, even if it's in relation to Pilar. If I'm saying it right, let me say it that way, because I don't want it to make it seem like I don't give a damn about Pilar, because she's a child. And she's innocent. So, but I don't give a damn about him not responding to her text in reference to Pilar. I don't, because at the end of the day, that's still Porsha. That's your fault. If y'all can't tell by now, I'm somebody that likes to, I like to lean on the side of doing what's right. You know what I'm saying? And I like to extend grace where it's needed. I like to also hold people accountable where they should be. And that's just that. What Kenya did is nasty, but Kenya not apologizing, Kenya not coming forth and owning her situation and just righting her wrong. I'm not surprised, because this is on brand for Kenya, because this is who Kenya really is. This is her character, which she showed us through the years. I'm not surprised. That mean, nasty spirit of hers, that's who she is. But that is also, at the end of the day, that is a reflection of her being neglected by her mother. That is what that is, hands down. That is. And I'm going to close it with this. Women, when y'all look at Kenya and the way that she acts, if you go down a rabbit hole, and I want you to pay attention to how she did Porsha with that with antagonizing her with that horn, and how she jumped up and said, she's gone. Pay attention to how she would do with Nene, and y'all know Nene don't get no break over here either. How she did with Nene when she that day when her and Nene got into it, and she at that little event that night, and she came up and act like she was going to talk to old girl, and Nene was right there. When Nene got up and said, hold on, because this ain't what you want. That's Kenya. How she'll pick at you. That's Kenya, right? Pay attention to how she done Tanya with the cookie lady. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to what the hell? Pay attention to how she did Kim Fields. Pay attention to how she did Tanya with that cookie lady. This is on brand for Kenya. So women that are mothers, if you don't do nothing else, and if you don't pick or take nothing else from this entire situation, looking at Kenya's actions, please love your daughters. I'm telling you, love your daughters. Love on them. Hug them. Kiss them. Give them the attention, the motherly love. I'm telling you, because I promise you, the love that they get from their mother will absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, define the way they love on other women and the way they treat other women in the outside, in the real world. Love y'all daughters. Okay? I know this got lengthy, but y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. I'm sure y'all gonna probably be going ham, because I see so many people do not like Brit, like baby, you swore she really did pull that thing out and went to pop pop pop. But yeah, y'all just let me know what y'all think about this episode. Yeah. Listen, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you keep your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. I love y'all. Peace.